Some of the best places are the ones that you almost miss. For this part of our trip, we traveled from Split to Korčula to Dubrovnik. Along the way, we found amazing food, beautiful beaches, and even shared a dinner inside of a local family's home. So we walked down the Riva in Split, down to our ferry to Korčula. When we opened up the door to our apartment, we immediately saw the kitchen and a little bit of our living room. The apartment was nice. There were 2 couples, so we were splitting everything. We had a 3-bedroom, so plenty of room. The views outside the window, we could just see the bay. Little local wine. And our balcony that had plenty of cicadas still talking to us. And of course our balcony was overlooking our pool.
Is it good? We heard it was good.
Yes,
Good.
I don't know if you got you order something
We tried to, but we couldn't get a hold of anybody.
for left a message.
We left a message.
So I have a confession. The real reason we came to this island was Konoba Maha. We saw it on a Netflix show called Somebody Feed Phil. Konoba Maha is tucked away outside of town and focuses on traditional Dalmatian food like Peka. It's cooked with ingredients from surrounding farms. To get the Peka, you had to order it 24 hours in advance, which we did. It absolutely lived up to the hype. Their drinks were on point too. We were the stereotypical American tourist. We came way too early for dinner. But afterwards, we went to this patio, and I had a cigar from the menu and prepared by one of the brothers that was on the show. Even though we only picked this island because of the restaurant, we really regret only having a day here. While it's highly disputed, Korčula claims to be the birthplace of Marco Polo. The next morning, we got up and we had a ferry to catch to head to Dubrovnik. The ladies wanted to stay in the shade because we were still in the middle of a heat wave, but me and Brian decided we wanted to walk around and see a little bit more of Korčula before we left. If I had a chance to redo some of this, I would definitely stay 2 to 3 days here next time. From Korčula, we went south, down to Dubrovnik. Our apartment in Dubrovnik had great views. It was a short walk away from the Adriatic Sea. That afternoon, we headed down to Dubrovnik's Old Town. It was a short bus ride away from the apartment. The entire area is covered by massive stone walls that date back hundreds of years. We even saw a local tradition. If you can stand on the stone, sticking out of the wall with your arms stretched wide, you're supposed to find true love. These fountains always have fresh, clean water coming out of them, so everyone was filling their water bottles. If you haven't yet, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps motivate me to actually go through and edit these. We had heard that there's a ton of tourists and people in general walking around Old Town, and that it's always pretty crowded and hot. While it was hot, the number of people really didn't seem that bad. It's definitely way less than any amusement park or even going down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
over there? Probably a good idea to real estate where they're filming. Which one is the one that you want?
Dubrovnik served as one of the favorite filming locations for Game of Thrones, so we had to go find the Walk of Shame or the Staircase of Shame. We came back later to do a full Game of Thrones tour. After a long day of exploring, we headed back to the apartment. The next morning, we woke up to this view and headed down to the beach. The Adriatic Sea is known for its incredibly clear water, and swimming here is one of the best parts of visiting Croatia. Later that day, we did something that turned out to be my favorite experience of the entire trip. Found something called Dine with Locals Dubrovnik. Marija and Zlatko opened their home to travelers and cook a traditional Croatian dinner. They even started us off with homemade Rakija, a traditional Balkan fruit brandy. Rakija is one of the most common drinks across the Balkans, and almost every family has their own homemade version. Zlatko prepared a traditional Croatian dish called Peka. You heard us talk about it earlier. It's slow cooked under a metal dome with hot coals put on top. And it's one of the most traditional meals that you can have in this region.
Make farmer this prosciutto. It's first cut back leg. Pig usually weight 400 pounds and more. And the leg, first leg put in salt. Conservation, 3 weeks. After, prosciutto eat with fingers in Croatia, in a restaurant in fingers, not knife and fork. Eat with fingers. It's tradition.
Thank you.
Yes, we bought some of that today. Oh, yes.
And olive oil, this is what our friends do. They do ecologic, do no anything, but very small. red paprika.
Okay.
It's just a big red paprika or grilled if you have nerves to grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then grill and then you need to feel that, on the top.
Is it paprika and the tomatoes, or just paprika?
No tomatoes.
No
just
tomatoes.
the
Okay.
paprika.
That's what I thought.
Paprika,
Is there
some
pepper?
herbs like garlic.
I'm gonna need someone to sleep. Go back there by the carton can.
At one point, I noticed an old artillery shell sitting near the wall. Zlatko told me it was the casing from a round that landed in their alleyway during the war in the 1990s. I told him that I had been a soldier and that my job was calling in airstrikes with artillery and mortars, and that I recognized the shell. After that, some more Rakija and a few cigarettes, we become pretty good friends. And it made this dinner even more memorable for me. All of my friends and my wife really enjoyed it too. Brian still likes to give me a hard time and say, Brandon! Because that's what Zlatko would say to me every time he wanted me to take another drink or have a cigarette with him.
Do a fart walk, okay? I know
All
can
you had to do was
understand
say fart
that. I
walk.
know, that's what you needed. Fart walk. We're doing
Why
it.
are you recording?
This is
great. Okay.
After dinner, we walked around Dubrovnik for a little bit, enjoying the night air after maybe a little bit too much Rakija, good wine, and great food.
And he farts.
You have to fart at least every other step must be a fart. That was an accident.
I truly am fun. Brian is, as Chombo would say, not fun.
Without shitting your pants, though. It's really where
Jen, I
It's
just wanna
gotta
say,
not be a shirt.
I've never met a drunk person who did think that.
But I actually am. Test me on anything. I kid you not. I could do the alphabet backwards. I can
Alright, please do, because I
All right, hang on, stop, come here. They,
No one was in there, thankfully, but I was.
there was people in the living room when I went in.
Well, see, I was worried that one of them were in the bathroom because the door was shut.
Oh, the door was open when I left.
Well, yeah, I mean, like.
I canceled it to show you the picture of you and Andre the Giant.
I was gonna say, I haven't been looking. I don't think I've
Okay, we have 21 minutes.
You said that 30 minutes ago.
Thank you, that's better.
And
get there.
we do have a left-hand turn coming up.
I'm just a hero, Jesus. I mean, all infected.
You broke Brittany.
I'm sorry, I really have to pee in the
You can pee, it's fine. No judgment.
Oh man, I had to take a break on that one.
That was pretty good. That's not true, Jen. We don't like my glasses. I don't even remember taking them off. Yep.
The next morning, we grabbed breakfast at a place called Mangoes, right below our apartment. It was recommended by locals, and we ended up eating there almost every day.
Well, you need some sort of license. You just need stupidity. You just need stupidity. That's it. All your lights.
I don't know about that, hon. I have to verify.
Fact check.
I will fact check.
There's a slide.
Yes, we should just
I was busy.
After breakfast, we headed back to Old Town for a Game of Thrones tour, where our guide walked us through filming locations and the real history of Dubrovnik. We really lucked out with our tour guide. This could have easily turned out to be a really cheesy tour where we just saw all Game of Thrones stuff. But she did a great job walking us around and telling us everything about the history of the place as well.
Looking for all the king's bosses here in King's Landing to kill them by the order of King Joffrey. And here we can see that everything was like. We're visiting next. This part of the fort of Bokar on the other side, so it's the one with the flag there. So this scene was filmed from which location? Are you guessing? Very good. From the beach there.
Woo woo. Made it to the top. It's alright. See some dragons flying over here.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people up here.
There we go.
Okay, up we go.
Dragon chained. This scene was filmed inside the Bokar fort. Inside this one, in front of you. Which can be visited with the same ticket from the walls. Highest point of the city walls. Fortified in 15th century. Nowadays also known as the house. You know which countries across the sea?
Italy.
Italia, very good. City of Bari is right in front of us. On the other side of Bari. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, I mean to.
We loaded up this boat and headed for Lokrum. It's filled with olive groves, cliffs, beaches, and a bunch of peacocks. Oh, and the real Iron Throne, the actual one that they used in Game of Thrones.
Just to the right up there. You're welcome.
get hit.
Well, I like to use it as, like, when I'm having a crappy day, I just pull up pictures from a vacation that I've taken.
Yeah.
Walking around the botanical gardens was a nice break in the shade. One thing that I love about Croatia is they'll just throw up a rail anywhere on some rocks or concrete. That way you can get down into the sea and go swim. When you get the chance to sit in the real Iron Throne, you know you have to do it. I found videos of each one of us getting into it, except for Jen. She did it. Sorry, Jen.
Position of power.
These were some of the olive groves. One thing that you can't tell over this video is how cold this water was. Everywhere else was a nice warm temperature for swimming. Not here. Still totally worth it, especially after walking around all over the island. After a swim, we all loaded back up and headed towards Dubrovnik.
So that we know where it was.
Once back in Old Town, we walked along the old city walls and watched the sunset over the Adriatic. During our research, I heard a lot of information that said that you needed to either go early in the mornings or at sunset. That way you can avoid some of the extra tourists that come in on the cruise ships.
Please let me know.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing that.
Like we're friends. Well, I wasn't sure if you wanted to do like a
already stepped in it.
Like I can see Ferry.
It definitely is.
Oh my god.
Alright, Yep.
Oh man.
Oh, that was a big plot. Death dive.
Didn't look great.
Death dive.
Croatia is one of those places that completely lives up to the hype. We can't wait to come back. The next morning, Brittany tried to order an iced coffee, but it kind of got lost in translation, and she got an affogato, which is just ice cream with a little bit of coffee poured on top.
Not what I thought I was going for, but
Not a bad way to end a trip.